Joined by Dr. Rob Neal, founder of Golf Biodynamics. He just finished a remarkable work, historic I would say it is, on wedge play, hence the wedgecraft on his shirt there. We want to talk about something that is just completely unappreciated in golf. We're talking about friction. So tell me what your findings on friction have been, Rob.
So I think we better make sure people understand what friction is, right?
Okay.
So that's the resistance to sliding. So when the ball hits the club face here, it wants to slide up the face.
Right.
Right? The frictional force is what stops it from sliding.
Right.
And that's what creates your spin.
That's what creates the spin. Now, things that would really make friction. What if we had a club that had no grooves?
It would be perfect if we played in a laboratory where we had no moisture, no grass, no chance of anything interfering between the face and the ball. That would be fine, but we don't play golf there.
No, we don't. So the grooves are important. Now, what about when people get little pieces of dirt or something in the grooves, or maybe they leave a bit of grass on the face or something like that?
Well, what the effect that has, Martin, is it changes what's known as the coefficient of friction, or the stickiness of the ball on the face.
Right.
So there are a couple of key things to get your best friction, and remember that spin's our friend in wedge play.
Yes.
So if we want high spinning wedges, we need to have a clean face. Because we're playing off grass, and there's a chance of moisture and intervening materials there, we need grooves. And then the third thing that people underestimate is the type of golf ball you have.
Right.
So the high quality golf ball spins a lot more than the rocks or the range balls or those hard covered balls. And if you're using the hard covered balls, then you can forget about generating much spin.
So even the tour pros, the Dustin Johnsons, the Jason Days, if you gave them a wedge where the grooves were full of dirt, there was stuff on the face, and they were using a very solid range ball, a low spinning range ball, they wouldn't make it sit down. It's not just technique.
No, it's not just technique.
So one thing as we finish this, so the friction's really important. You do need to keep the grooves clean on your club face. You do need to keep the club face dry whenever you can. One thing that I think you find very interesting, you've talked with the best players in the world. I've talked with many of them. How often do you think they change their wedges in a given year?
So it varies a little bit, but I know, for example, Duffner changes his every 4 to 6 weeks.
Every 4 to 6 weeks. Now, we know that people actually, for most people, they can't afford to do that.
Yes, exactly.
4 to 6 weeks, that's amazing. But that just shows how important the sharpness of the wedges is. So anyway, I guess the point there is, don't be using Granddad's old favorite wedge as your favorite wedge, because it isn't going to help you spin the golf ball. So friction is your friend. Get the club face dry, get the grooves clean, and change your wedges as often as your budget will allow.